Welcome back, boys and girls of the comic book community. We are brought forth today on this Thursday night at 9 p.m. Central Time to give praise to Pope Granny. Welcome, brother.
Is that what? Woo! Praises be to the Pope G. What's up, comic book community? How's it going, guys?
Oh, man.
Already we got Tacoma, who doesn't understand that popes come first, and then we got -9. What's up, man? We got the wonderful Samantha Branch with us. We got Comic Explained. I know that boy is drinking, so cheers. We got Do You Wrong Comics. I know you're drinking, so cheers. And we got Gorilla Grodd. What's going on?
Don't forget, we got Joker 68.
And we got the Joker 68. Thank you, sir. Long live the popes.
Heck yeah, man. We're all about the popes here and all about comics.
Yeah, it's already a show. We got Jason Smith in the chat. Says, sup? Got the wonderful Sunshine with the eggplant and guitars and comics.
Man, we got a party now. We got everything we need for a full house party right now. Yeah, I hope everyone's had a great week. I know my week has been pretty busy with all this YouTube stuff and comic book stuff. I got I can't even I don't even know if I can show you guys all the nonsense in my life. That's just half of it. That's just the top half. But it's been a crazy, crazy comic book week. We had the auction last night, which was amazing. So thanks to everyone who turned out, helped support and bought some stuff. To all the guys that were on the panel, of course. We had a great time, man. It was probably one of the best auctions yet, man. If you guys got to see the crazy bidding war with Drew Manchu as the Detective 880, man, that was pretty awesome to watch.
Even had the Dune in there.
Yeah, it's always a good party when the Dune 143 shows up. So, yeah, hopefully everyone else is doing well tonight. Good to see the people we have in the chat already. Samantha Branch. Man, I feel like I talked to you all day today, right? Starting at 6 o'clock this morning. It's amazing. It's like, early bird gets the worm, so to speak. But, yeah, I don't know. I got a bunch of books to show off and talk about this night. I'm not sure what your agenda is tonight as far as books go, but I
got some books, man. But let me first apologize to the community because I was going to have Justin Stewart come on the show today, but unfortunately, everybody in Kentucky has the fucking flu. I hope Justin feels better, but he sent me a message saying that he definitely wants to chat with us and he wants to chat with the community. But he just wasn't feeling good, and he asked, we'll definitely reschedule with you if you're watching. So, hell yeah. So I just want to apologize that he was going to be our guest tonight, but unfortunately, because one day it'll be 50 degrees here, and then the next day it's fucking snowing and -2 degrees outside.
Yeah, it gets kind of gross, man. It kind of goes fast. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Nothing.
What you gonna do?
You just grin and bear, right? So, yeah, we got Kentucky Fried Virus, maybe.
Probably.
Yeah, I want to give a couple moments here of appreciation for folks in the community. Yeah, if you guys haven't checked out over on Instagram, and Andy's plugging it now in the chat. I talked about it in one of my earlier, I think on Monday's show, maybe we put a link in there or not. There's only 18 copies left of Ogre 3 variant that they have going on. It's pretty awesome. If you guys remember, Sean Daly showed it on our show, the cover he was working on for that variant. So it's really cool. So only 100 copies made, and there's only 18 left. So you guys might want to head over to Instagram and check that out at Indie Spotlight. Indie_Spotlight, I believe it is. So, yeah, Andy, if you want to throw the link up in the chat, by all means, man, throw it up in the chat. Let people see it.
And also hit him up on Instagram. So like you can get that info really quick too. And
Yeah,
and he's really good at posting stuff that is going to be coming out pretty soon. So he kind of helps you keep your eyes open for some of those awesome variants and upcoming books.
yeah, he does a really good article on Tuesday mornings on CBSI. It's the Indie Spotlight, so you get to see a bunch of independent books that are coming out that Wednesday. So kind of give you a heads up to what to look for. That's kind of how he and I met, was through that process, and he has not been wrong. I will tell you that much. Hopefully, he and I can collaborate and maybe have him on here with us again and do something one of these nights when we got nothing else going on. But yeah, it's a pretty cool variant, and he's a great dude to support. So nothing wrong with that. I also want to give a huge shout out to Sunshine Collects Things. We've been doing a little Monday morning thing. It's been fun. I think we're going to keep it going on. So no big deal. We just have fun with it. It's called the Weekend Recap or something. I don't know. We'll come up with something clever to call it for now, I guess. We just kind of talk about things. We're going to be doing some more stuff like that. Also, he was a huge support and helpful with my with the auction preview video that I posted. That, I mean, that got a lot of attention. I'm not gonna lie, I was surprised. Apparently,
so he's the thing for the ODB, huh?
Well, sorta. I chose the song. That was my pick for music, and I sent him what I wanted, and he did it in like a matter of like 2 minutes. But no, it was just cool he's trying to teach me more editing skills, and that's one of my things I want to learn more about is editing and doing stuff. So, anyways, I appreciate him and everything. And let's see what we got. Pope Cerebus, what's going on? He's just finished a video showing Tomb of Dracula. I'll have to go check that out, man. If you guys haven't checked him out, he's got some great stuff.
Oh yeah, I saw him eyeballing that. He checked the comic books too.
Yeah, yeah, the all red variant, man. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, sunshine, and I know it's no big deal, man, but I do appreciate it. I just want to let the world know that where credit's due, man. You did me a solid, so I appreciate it. And I think it helped drive people to the auction once they saw some of the books that are going to be in there, which is kind of the whole point, is to get people hyped about your auctions, right? So you want them to see what's going to be in there. That's what they do on Facebook and stuff, little previews and whatnot.
Yeah. Speaking of which, there was a particular lot, a Wraith lot, that didn't show up.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Someone was pretty adamant that he did not want to put that up for sale.
I got your PayPal, buddy.
That's funny. But yeah, I think I got tons of books for the next auction, and we're just trying to kind of go through there and see what all's going on. But yeah, it's also I went ahead and did our YouTuber spotlight for this week is going to be StrangexBlade. If you guys haven't seen his videos, I put a link in the description. He just had a new haul video up, and I'm gonna be honest, guys, and we kind of talked about this a little bit on Monday. I really have been missing the haul videos and the collection videos that we used to get all the time, like 2018, 2017, that kind of stuff. Like I really miss exactly. So it's really cool to see some of these people that were people that I used to watch when I first got into YouTube, see them coming back. And StrangexBlade is one of those guys. So I went ahead and put his link in the description. If you guys aren't subbed up to him, go give him a sub. He's got some awesome stuff. He does a lot of some spec books and some just regular old hauls. You got Longshanks put out some new good hauls. You'll have to check those out too. And you guys don't have any pre-code horror for sale? I sure don't.
I don't have any.
Well, Pope doesn't sell anything anyway, so just so everyone knows.
You just wait. You're gonna be fucking sick of me by the end of this year, because I'm going through all my shit. I'm changing the way that I'm gonna collect, because you know from talking to you and and listening to Bad Avenger and like I came to my own conclusion of looking at Midtown's shit the last 3 weeks, and then like going to my LCS, and I'm just like, man, I'm just kind of done with the big two. Like, this is how I feel about it, and I think it's just because like I kind of wrap it around Wolverine because Wolverine is the one that got me into comic books, and he's my favorite hero. And it's just kind of like it's just like this bullshit of like I almost feel like it's time for me to just kind of like say goodbye to good old Wolverine. Like I loved you, I loved reading your books, but it's just kind of like I guess like all this new shit that's coming out. Like I think that's just for the for the birds, man, or for the next generation, if there is a next generation. That because like we keep getting shit stories. Like there's 1,800 different Wolverine titles, and I don't know. I feel like I might just focus on slabbing the books I'm going to preserve and going after those that Sinestro.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's no obviously right or wrong way to do. I mean, there is, but it's opinion, I guess. But let me rephrase that. There's no right or wrong way to collect. There is a right or wrong way to encourage people how to collect, but that's neither here nor there. Like I announced, that I cut off all DC and Marvel titles going forward. I just do independent titles. Now that doesn't mean that I'm not gonna say get something like this, a key book that I don't know if you guys can see this, but I got this recently, Nova #1. That it doesn't mean that kind of stuff is going to stop. I just mean with new books in particular, I'm no longer going to subscribe or pull list. Um, Marvel titles. I mean, I want to read the Guardians of the Galaxy by Donny Cates. That's for sure. But uh, doesn't I can trade weight. I can do whatever.
Yeah, that's what I feel. I mean, like, to be honest with you, I just want to collect. Mainly, I just want to collect from like just a few issues from DC. Like I'm going to continue with Justice League Dark because it's just a good story. And to be honest, I'm still kind of up in the air with that, even though it's a really good story. But I'm definitely going to collect Teen Titans, just because Crush is a badass, and that's about it for the big boys. But like, I think I'm going to just stick with collecting Monstrous, Low, and Die from Image.
Right on.
And
Yeah,
I might pick random covers here and there.
And then part of my inspiration is just having. I mean, I have continual conversations with Sunshine, with you. We talk all the time about different comic book related stuff, and for me, it was really what do you want your collection to be overall? And I have had a book on my want list for 2 years.
And my
correct, but there's no reason in the past 2 years that I shouldn't have that book 10 times. With the amount of money that goes into crap. I mean, I say crap because a lot of it is just crap. Like,
I'm with you, man. I was actually looking at NYX on eBay today, and I was like, God damn it.
yeah, I just a lot of stuff is frustrating to look and you say, okay, well, other than story, like what is the point of having XYZ books? Because I don't read Spider-Man. I don't need Spider-Man comics. Why do I have Spider-Man in my collection? I don't read Spider-Man. I have nothing to do with Spider-Man. So that's when I was like, you know what? For example, if you watched the auction last night, you'll see that the lots that I put together, they were not going to be heavy hitters, but they were unnecessary to my collection. So I'll offer it up to someone, what I'm saying, that could maybe wants it for their collection. Like the Wolverine stuff I put up last night, they're all variants. They're cool and stuff, but they weren't necessary for what I am going for.
No, I mean that's why I'm going to purge my collection because like I don't collect Spider-Man, and I have a good shit ton of Spider-Man books that like I could part with. Like I don't know. I mean, it's just like I just held on to those books because they were awesome at the time. Like, but that's not
Yeah,
that's not me.
exactly. It's just kind of finding what you want your collection to be, and it's taken me a while. I mean, it really has taken me a couple of years of being on YouTube and different ideas, and it's like the reality of it is okay. There's a handful of books that I read consistently. Now, some of them are ending because like Halicious is the last issue is out now. That
Oh,
that
Magic Order.
Magic Order is going to
Oh,
be
shit,
done
I'm
here.
not Magic Order.
But that's only like a 6-issue story arc, correct? I mean, that's. I mean, they might come back for season 2 or what have you. Uh, yeah, I'll hold on to you, Tacoma. You're part of my collection. You're slabbed. You're good to go.
You didn't grade very high, but we'll keep you.
Yeah, Pope C. I would imagine a lot of people are talking. I mean, we've been talking about this for a while, and just about on every show we kind of bring it up. But um, it's. I think people are starting to realize that there really isn't. What is your goal with your collection? I guess because it just really depends what you're going for. And speaking of, I see he talked about Millar there. I don't know if you guys saw just on the sidetrack that Reborn is going to be a Netflix thing with Sandra Bullock as a producer, which I thought was kind of interesting with her recent Bird Box success. Whether you liked it or not, it was still a success. I enjoyed it personally. Um, and I like people's collections. Like if you guys get a chance, I'm gonna kind of beat this to death. But if you go over to Sunshine, he's in the chat tonight. But he has an amazing Harley Quinn collection and an amazing Batman collection. He's got some other stuff sprinkled in, of course, too. But that's his primary focus would be his Batman run, and it's ridiculous. Like he's got to see some very very awesome books in his collection, and he kind of we were doing a little talk the other day, and he kind of showed me um, live through his collection. Like he's got some crazy stuff. But yeah, I mean, I have a goal for my collection of what I want it to be, and I think those are healthy goals, and they're partially financial and they're partially things that I enjoy, and both are things I enjoy, but one of them has to have a little bit of financial play in it because when I kill over in a few years, you know, what's it going to be like for my kids?
I know.
My kids may not want a whole collection of shark tits.
Well,
then again, they might. um, yeah, Reborn's going to be pretty cool. I really enjoyed that story as well. Good to see Brandon Stawinski in the chat. But I like Mark Millar's writing most of the time. He's got to be a crazy son of a bitch, like just from the things I've read about the guy. So I think if you ever get a chance to have a beer with that guy, we should definitely do that.
Oh hell yeah!
Ugh. But anyways, yeah, I don't know what kind of books you got. What are you drinking tonight, Pope? Pope, people want to know. It looks like a stout.
Man, I can't stop drinking this right now. It's the little baby face breakfast stout. It's a double chocolate coffee oatmeal stout. And it's freaking delicious.
I got. Did you get any books this week?
I sure did.
Yeah.
I actually got some books. Well, I say this week, but it's from Midtown. So it's basically like, I guess, last week's. But I did jump in a dollar bin and pull some stuff out.
-9. -9 wants to know what's your ultimate comic book band. In other words, what band sound most embodies the sound of comic book action?
Wow, that is the ultimate comic book band. In other words, what band sound most embodies the sound of the comic book action?
Um, it depends on my mood, honestly. If you're talking about like music I listen to while reading comics, because I do listen to music while I'm reading. Um, I don't know. I listen to a lot of like symphonic metal, like Nightwish or trying to think of another band off the top of my head. A lot of European metal, things like that. So
I think it depends on what comic book you're reading too. Like
that's what I'm saying. Like it depends on like if I was reading something to do with like war or World War II, that kind of historical stuff, I'd probably listen to a band from Sweden called Sabaton. They do a lot of like war um, stuff. They're an amazing band. FYI, we could do a whole episode on music. Would be pretty awesome. I think Pope and I have a musical love. We don't talk about it very often, but I know we could get comics misexplained on here with us, and we could talk about music all night.
we have to get therapist too, because I know for a long time we would put on an album while he showed off his books, and I know he's been to a lot of concerts. The lucky bastard.
Peanuts theme song. Silver Age Dave is in the chat. What's up, man? Yeah, it just depends. Like, I think that there's like, I don't
I'm
know.
just
I
gonna
think
go ahead and say typo negative.
typo negative. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Especially for reading vampire novels and things of that nature. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to think of. Oh yeah, typo negative, man. That was some early 2000 stuff right there. Little Power Man 5000. You want to go with those guys? What's up, GPAP? Good to see you. With the 3 boobs. Happy Thursday indeed, man. Happy Thursday indeed. It's good to see you, David. David, I got so many people. Yeah, thanks for the support, man. Hit the thumbs up. Show us some likes or dislikes, as it were. Last night, I'll tell you guys, really funny because I don't really care about the thumbs up, thumbs down stuff. We got an amazing amount of thumbs up last night in the auction. I think like an incredible amount. It was so good, in fact, that we started the auction out with 3 thumbs ups and 2 thumbs downs before it even started, like before the auction even started. And at some point during the night, someone was so compelled they unthumbs downed us. I'm like, we lost a thumbs down. I've never seen that happen. That was amazing. But it just cracked me up because I'm like, oh, someone had a change of heart. Like, oh, I can't beat these guys.
Coates's rubbing it in now.
What's that?
He went to the Chris Cornell tribute concert with Metallica, Soundgarden, Foo Fighters, Temple of the Dog, the Melvins.
Oh, damn.
That's awesome, dude.
That would have been an awesome concert. It's funny. I was talking to my daughter, my 20-year-old daughter. She has a lot of her musical influence from being my daughter. So we were talking last night about different concerts and stuff. And like I love punk. I love punk pop. I love Green Day and Blink-182 and stuff like that. Like those are like my 20s in life. That was the bands I was really listening to. Blink-182 is probably one of my favorite bands of all time. I'm not gonna lie, I'll admit it. I love the cheesy, corny humor behind a lot of their songs and stuff. So I was just thinking like concerts we went to. Like I went to Good Charlotte. They had a concert at the Newfound Glory was opening for them, but the first opening band was Less Than Jake, which is by far the best of the entire show. like Less Than Jake was like their performance for an opening band was superior to the 2 headliners, and I was like, that's pretty awesome that they came to go, man.
I'm sorry, I fucking hate Good Charlotte.
That's fine. I'm just saying, like at that time frame of my life, I was like, "This is the anthem. Put all your hands up." Anyways, we had a lot of fun with it, and reminiscing about different eras. I mean, I'm a huge Rob Zombie fan. I was a huge White Zombie fan. That was a different part of my life as well. But, you know, it's just funny. Like, music has been such a huge part of my life, and Guitars and comics, dude, no way, man. If your daughter likes Lamb of God, high five for you. I don't think that makes you a horrible parent at all.
Hell no, dude.
Maybe,
God,
maybe because I'm a horrible parent, and my oldest daughter, I was referring to, when she was like 1 or 2, she would only go to sleep to Metallica. Like, we'd have to put Metallica on, and then she would go to sleep. I was like, what kind of kid am I created here where her sleeping music is Metallica? But you know what? It is what it is, man. Music is music. I was a music store manager for 7 years, so I have a huge passion for different kinds of music. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm sure I'll bore you guys to death with music talk, but it was brought up in the chat, so music is a big part of my life, a big part of Pope's life, I would imagine, and probably a big part of all of you guys' life, to be honest. So we'll have to do a music episode one of these days. We'll come up with different music. We'll just play all kinds of different shit on here and see if we can get banned.
Oh, we'll get banned. One way or the other.
But yeah, I got a ton of stuff in this week. I don't know if you guys want to see some books or what you want to see from us tonight, but I feel like showing off some books here. I know I interrupted you earlier, so whatever you were talking about with your week, so I apologize.
Oh no, I'm just laughing at Sunshine says I look like a roadie.
Yeah, well, that's what we do. We're comic roadies.
Well, I mean, I was in a band, so I guess I was kind of a roadie because I had to carry like the band shit. Nobody was gonna fucking do that for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I miss the band days were fun, man. I'll tell you what else is fun. Getting in this sweet Hellboy Winter Special. And
That is awesome cover.
it is. I don't know how many covers there were, 2 or 3. But looking forward to checking that out. I'm starting to become a little bit of a Hellboy fan more than I realized I was, so I'll do some reading, check out this winter special since I'm only like a month behind. But did you say you got some books in this week or no?
Well, first off, I want to show. I have a friend. That
Yeah.
And we got into we realized we both loved comic books, so we started getting into some shit. Well, he went to a con and got something signed by 2 people, and I thought it was the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life as far as getting something signed. And I thought it was kind of clever too, and I asked him if I could show it on the show. But he also sent me a tragedy story that I'm pretty sure you guys hear a lot about. And I'll go ahead and show the tragedy one. It's The Amazing Spider-Man number 50, which is the first appearance of Kingpin. And it's graded at a 1.8. And I'll tell you why. It's signed by Stan Lee.
Oh, wow. I love that cover.
But the reason why it's a sad story is because of those assholes that, like, this would probably been like maybe a 5. But my friend Wes bought this from one of his friends because he took this book to get it signed by Stan Lee, and his handlers were sliding the book, literally like sliding it across the table to the next person.
Oh, man.
And then Stan Lee signed it, and then the guy next to him slid it to the last person. But when the last guy put his hand down to stop the comic book, it detached the cover completely.
Oh, wow.
Pulled like the cover right off the staples. So my friend Wes got it at a good price, but I mean, it's just like, he asked, the whole Stan Lee crew, like, hey, like, like what the fuck are you gonna not like? You just fucking ruined my book. And they basically told him like, sorry. And then he went to the like people that were ahead of the con that it was at, and they they said there was nothing they could do about it.
Holy crap!
But
Yeah,
on a
dude, that's rough.
he got a X-Force number 11 signed by Fabian, and I don't want to ruin the other signature. So here's Fabian's signature of X-Force, right? But he also has, I don't know if you can see this, Pauly Shore's signature on it.
What? Yes. That's pretty epic.
He told me that he got this, and he said when he handed it to Pauly Shore, he was just like, "What the fuck?" But I just thought that was really clever, and then like to have like Pauly Shore sign the back of it because of Encino Man.
Oh my gosh,
so thank you guys for letting me show those books off. But he also hooked me up with this because I missed it.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is a beautiful cover.
I haven't even seen that one.
And he hooked me up with that. Apparently, that big Walmart hoopla with the many deaths of Lois Lane. And apparently, it's been recalled by Walmart because
Lois Lane got beat the fuck out of and shot in the face. Apparently, it's not family friendly.
And apparently, she didn't.
Yeah, it's been recalled. I went to Walmart. We don't have. Well, I wouldn't say that mine doesn't have it yet. They probably have it in the back, and they just haven't got it out yet because they're terrible and no one buys comics. But oh, I have my own Pauly Shore story. I met that guy once. He was a dick. Well, you know, whatever. I was on a flight with him. Yeah, it was just funny. Like, yeah, it was interesting. He was so Hollywood, it was ridiculous. That was back when he was doing his stand-up career. I was just like sitting in the terminal with my coworker. We're getting ready for our flight to LA, and he's like, "That guy looks really familiar." I was like, "He does look familiar, doesn't he?" I was like, "He looks like fucking Hollywood." He's like, "It looks like Pauly Shore." I was like, "Oh, dude, that's totally Pauly Shore." So after we landed in Vegas,
when my friend Wes went to go get his signature, he said that he just reeked of alcohol. He said you could smell the fumes coming off of him.
Yeah, he wasn't friendly. I will say that much. He was really rude to us, but he took his picture nonetheless. But yeah, same here, Jacko. My Walmart has every issue except for 6 and 7 of the Superman run, so I'm sure they have them in the back somewhere. I'll go check periodically and see if they have them before they all get recalled or what have you. But yeah, that's pretty awesome, man. I would have never expected to get the Encino Man ad signed. That's pretty cool.
Hey, Tacoma, don't be fucking with me. Is there a Big Lebowski sequel coming?
What's he talking about? Is he drunk?
No, he said there's a Big Lebowski sequel coming.
Oh, look at you, little Lebowski.
Yeah. I was a little Lebowski. I'm an urban achiever.
Well, you put a question mark beside of it, so maybe he's asking you if there's one. Be kind of interesting. What are you wanting to show on Monday morning? Or whatever. we're all good here. I'm gonna keep with the hell theme, and I got the last issue of Hellicious. Have you read this? You finished this yet? I'm excited to read this. This is one of my favorite books of 2018. Coming to a conclusion.
You know what? You should start a series of like bedtime stories with JP, and you can read us. You could read us Hellicious number 5. I
could. Sunshine has a bedtime story video on his channel. I think you guys should go check that out. I also got 2 copies of this. mainly because Ashley Witter is going to be at C2E2 since she lives in the Chicago area. So I thought I would get a copy signed by her because her artwork is lovely. You know what else I found after all this crazy talk, and I'm sure you probably already sent me one, but regardless. JP, what do you say for that thing? Should we tell Pope? You can tell Pope whatever you want to tell him, man. You did a thing, so there's that. We got I found this on the shelf, and I was really surprised because of how much it's been going for lately. I know you probably sent me a copy, but I couldn't not pick this up, bro. I mean, how could I say no to this?
You can't, man. That thing's badass.
I love this cover. Like I legitimately love this cover, and I've been wanting to read this book, so I'm excited. My indie pick of the week was the Appalachian Apocalypse. This is a new publishing company for you guys who are not aware. It is called Cave, not to be confused with Mad Cave Comics. This is Cave Pictures and Publishing.
Can you say the name of that book again?
Which one?
The one you're holding.
This is the Appalachian Apocalypse.
My wife would kill you.
Why?
She's like, it's Appalachian.
Oh, well. Look, not everyone can be right in this world, so I'm sorry that your wife is wrong.
You may have just doomed my life.
Sorry, Mary.
And like the next 20 generations of your life.
I will not bow. But anyways, this is a new publishing company, and I believe they're going to be on with us here in the near future to talk about their next book that's coming out by Meredith Finch. So hopefully we'll get a follow-up email from them soon, and check it out. But yeah, definitely one of the coolest indie books that came out this week or last week. Last week? Yeah, probably last week. So what is Comic Spectre talking about?
They said I got something coming in the mail.
You do. Something in the mail coming from him and Sin Potter.
And Sin Potter. Oh, shit.
Do you know who Sin Potter is?
I have no idea who Sin Potter is.
I believe he's an artist.
Oh, shit.
It may be a trap. You're right. Criminal number 1, I got that. I finally got caught up on the die number 1 and 2.
Well, stop it. Did you read it?
Not yet, man. I just got them.
Like, I'm sorry, but I just need someone to talk to me about that fucking book.
I'll read them. I'll read them this weekend so we can talk about it because Stephanie Hans will be at C2E2, so I'm planning on getting some stuff signed for whomever needs it. Well, not whoever needs it. Before I open up a can of worms. Seeking Near Mint, you can send me whatever you want, bro. Oh yeah, there was a third cover to the winter special. I knew it wasn't crazy. I don't have it with me yet, but it's sitting. It'll be here. But I picked up all 6 copies or 6 covers of the Blossom 666 number 1 that came out this week. So I have those in the box.
I thought I had time to jump on that shit. All I got was the first cover.
Oh man,
which I'm fine with. I just want to read it and see how it is.
Yeah, I was just being ridiculous when I placed my previews order, and I was like, oh yeah, I should definitely pick up that many. Midwest number 3. I look forward to that series of enjoying it so far. And these are just the newer stuff that I picked up that was in my. I got 2 months worth of a pull list that finally showed up, but I did pick up some books from Instagram as well. If you guys want to see those, I don't think I've shown those yet.
Sure do.
I got this because of my brother Pope Grammy, and literally the only reason I got this because I didn't know if you had it or not, but I got this. The Teen Titans number 20, which I believe is the first appearance of Crush. Is that correct?
Sure is.
So, yeah, pretty cool. And I just picked it up, and then got a throw in. They gave me Spider-Gwen number 26. And then the main purchase I had was this beautiful X-23 cover. You guys can see that without the glare. I've been looking for this cover for a while, so
awesome.
Pretty darn cool. Oh man, I have like I know Null Fairies. This is our friend Sora Sung. She did this cover.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, so I'll probably be getting this signed by her and C2E2 for sure. She may be a guest over on the Comic Core one Friday night. I'm not really sure. For sure, she messaged me about it yesterday, so told her to get with those guys and see what their schedule looks like, because I don't know.
That'd be really cool.
Got the cool Jango Fett, which I think I showed this off maybe on Monday, but regardless, I like this cover a lot. I actually want to read the story because of Beyond the Blast Doors. So I was talking about it in one of their shows, and I haven't read a Star Wars comic, and we had Comic Spectre on with us a few weeks ago, and we're talking about Star Wars and stuff, and that's one of those genres that or titles that I really wish I knew more about, because I haven't really read much Star Wars other than the Legacy run. But anyways, I mean, I can keep going here. I got this cool Michael Turner, Greg Capullo, McFarlane Curse of Spawn cover. It's got Angela on it, just because I like me some Angela. Angela's good with the redheads. It got Batgirl #1, the Cassandra Cain run.
Nice.
So kind of a big fan of Cassandra Cain. I talked about my Rob Liefeld story on Monday, so we'll show that again. But then also got all the Justice League Darks that I've been behind on: Justice League Odyssey, Prodigy #1 and 2, Walk Through Hell. I finally got pretty much caught up. This is another book I've been looking forward to, and that is Black AF from Black Mask. Don't know anything about it, but it looked really intriguing when I ordered it, so I'll check it out, man. See what's going on with that. And then, I mean, I could keep going if you guys want to see some more books. I got a shit ton here to show.
I'm all about it.
I'm all about it, baby.
I got 5 on me.
Got what else do we got? I didn't check that out. I found some. I went, I guess, back issue dollar bin diving or something. I don't know what you want to call it. Kind of all over the place, but I did pick up this cool Thanos annual Ron Lin variant. Now these are probably stuff that'll be going up to auction at some point, but I'll show you guys what I got. We got Thanos
against Roman Curtis for those books.
right. Thanos, I got up there as listing. I never even heard of this series, but I thought it was a cool cover. It's #1, and then number 2 and number 3.
Have you read that series?
No, not at all. I just picked it up because it was super cheap and it was Thanos, and I thought it might be interesting.
It's really good.
And I don't know if this. So I'm assuming the annual has nothing to do with that particular run, but one of my favorite covers of 2018, even though I didn't have it in my possession, so I didn't get to add it to my list. But I love the Die #1 cover. I don't know what this story's about other than some kind of game, but it just looks amazing. Stephanie Hans is killing it, man. I was excited because I found out today that I won a Stephanie Hans Ms. Marvel variant, whatever, and an eBay thing. So I got a book that I wanted for free. That doesn't ever happen. So what are we talking about here in the chat so far? Anyone pick up Heroes at Large? I don't know about that book. But I do know about this hero right here, Batman #613. Love that cover, Jim Lee art. I like the way he draws.
I like how he draws Harley Quinn.
Yeah, same here. I was just thinking that's why I picked it up. I got some early art germ. This is from DC Comics, Final Crisis Aftermath #1, The Dance. If you guys don't see the art germ style, you can definitely see it there. Very Very art germy.
Very art journey.
You got this art germ cover background. What else we see here? What else we got here? Oh, we got Detective Comics number 846. Just kind of a cool cover. And then some Adam Hughes love right here. Little Gen 13.
Very nice. Very nice.
Very nice, man. What's up, baby? Then Marvel Knights, of course, caught up on that. Oh, Mega Ghost. That was one that was kind of hot for a minute with the Eric Powell.
Yeah, I was looking for it.
Yeah, that was in my pull list because I ordered both copies, both covers, I should say. I got Prodigy. I got Self-Made number 1, and then I finally got all my Sword Daughters back in. I don't know if you guys are reading the series or not, but I love the series from Dark Horse. But I actually started adding all the B covers as well, and some of those covers are freaking sweet. So, anyways, I got a lot of stuff to go through. That's kind of been my week. Did Alex Garner? Yeah, he did some of the Batgirl covers. Like I know number 26, 27, maybe 25 through 28 possibly was his run on the Batgirl series.
Yeah, those are hot as hell too. I love those covers.
Yeah, those are freaking nice. But
I'm
yeah,
surprised those looking books aren't like sought after as just how badasses they are.
well, it's kind of interesting because Sunshine and I were talking on Monday, like how did during that time frame in the 90s you had J. Scott Campbell, Adam Hughes, and Alex Garner. They were all working on titles at the same time, collaborating a lot of times. And how did Alex Garner kind of get left out of the? His art's just as good as either one of those guys. You know what I'm saying? If not better, actually, in a lot of cases. It was kind of interesting how he got like left out of a lot of that. Yeah, I love Sword Daughter, man. Popesy. So I'm picking up some of these B covers. I don't know if you guys have ever seen some of these B covers, but they're freaking amazing. Like some of these covers are just amazing. And this being one of them here, I love that one. Kind of see the foreshadowing of the girl as she becomes the lady. Yeah, they got all the Unnaturals. I don't know if you guys have seen all those covers. I know Pope sent me one of them. There's just some boobies, pig boobies. Got this cool Vampirilla Reanimator by Cullen Bunn, which Cullen Bunn's going to be at C2E2 now, as well as the Dallas Comic Show. So I'll get to meet him and talk with him twice on my journeys. So I'll be getting some more stuff signed by him, of course, for the future giveaways and what have you. But yeah, Sword Daughter is probably one of my favorite reads of the last year for sure. But I can keep going. I got more books. I'm telling you, it was a crazy week. You saw the pictures I sent you. We got Final Crisis. This is kind of a cool cover.
Oh yeah, I love those covers, man. That's one of the main reasons why I was going so high bidding on that Drew lot, is because he had that super
the Supergirl, because I cannot find that in the wild anywhere. I've looked everywhere for that book.
I'll pay $80 for a slab and that book.
Rag718, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, we're trying to get better with the auction scene and provide a nice little opportunity for some cool books to be exchanging hands. But yeah, that Supergirl cover on I don't know, it's crazy. I found another copy of.
You said you don't have one?
Me?
You do not have one?
Oh no, dude! I've looked everywhere. I can't ever seem to find one. So
okay,
it's on my.
Well, when my shipment from Drew comes in, I'll send you one.
Well, dude, you have it. If you didn't buy it for yourself.
What? That's going to be my second copy.
Oh well, shit! I can pay you for it.
No.
Yeah, I agree with you. Sword Daughter, as I was reading it, I was thinking to myself, needs to be a potential TV series or something out of that. That would be awesome. Like, but I love Viking stuff in general, so I'll watch Vikings and things of that nature.
Speaking of which, fucking Heathen needs to come back out.
It is coming. It is coming.
I know it is, but I can't wait.
Yeah, that's a great read right there from Vault Comics. They need to put out more content.
Well, I mean, I feel like an asshole because I know she has like a severe carpal tunnel, and so that's why she's been like that book's been coming out late. But
Is that the one you're talking about, Pope C?
good old Grant Morrison.
Thank you. Well, Pope C, if you want this book, I'll send it to you. No big deal.
For a grand total of
Yeah. But I got Young Avengers #9, which is the first appearance of Kate Bishop on the cover as Hawkeye, I guess.
sweet.
Something to that effect. But it was in a dollar bin, so what are you going to do? You got the first appearance of Cassandra Cain as Orphan. Little spec there for the Birds of Prey movie. I found this in a dollar bin, which was really.
Oh, shit.
What's that?
I didn't know there was going to be a Birds of Prey movie.
Yeah, it's called like Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey or something to that effect. It's going to have.
What?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey?
It's already filming. I think it's something to do with her, and it's got Margot Robbie and reprising her role as Harley Quinn. They cast a girl for Cassandra Cain already, but I found Hellboy #5 in the dollar bin, so I grabbed that because I can't find Hellboy at all. You've heard me gripe about this 100 times. Every shop I've ever been to around in the 2 hour radius, not one issue of Hellboy at all. I found this in a dollar bin. I don't know if it's still a hot book or not. I didn't look it up, but American Gods #1. I know that's also a TV show or something now. So
Yeah, that's something I need to get caught up on. I hear good things about it.
yeah, it looks pretty interesting. I like Neil Gaiman mostly, anyways.
Yeah, me too.
Let's see here. I know I found out that Joseph Michael Linzer is going to be at the Dallas. What's he saying? You need that one? Yeah, all right, no problem, man. That one's yours then. Hope see. I'm sure Sean has your address, so I'll get it from him. But anyways, Joseph Michael Linzer is going to be at the Dallas.
No. He just moved, so I do not have his address.
Oh, okay. Well, message me on Instagram your address, and I'll throw it in the mail to you, bud. I got to ship some boxes of auction stuff anyways. So. But Joseph Michael Linzer is going to be at the Dallas Comic Show with his wife promoting their new book. And I found this awesome Linzer cover in the dollar bin. Plus, I already have some old, like, what you call it, his character, Dawn, Cry for Dawn. So, I'm going to get that
Gomez!
stuff. What the heck? It's Gomez, the comic collector. How you been, man? I haven't seen you in a minute.
He's telling you how he's already bidding $1 on that shit.
Yeah, too late. I got a bunch of filler stuff too. I got my Justice League Dark stuff and, other issues. I don't need to show you every single book I got, but that was kind of, in a nutshell, I got way too many books in for someone who's trying to downsize. But again, it was already pre-ordered and all that stuff, so it's not a big deal. And you can't not look in dollar bins when you see them,
Yeah.
If you're talking to me, Swagmaster, yeah, I live in the Dallas area. I'm about 45 minutes from Dallas, East Texas, on the east side of Dallas. I know I don't have an accent, so it's really confusing. It's especially confusing here when I go to the gas station.
You're like, I just want a big gulp.
Like, yeah, can I get $5 on pump 5? And they're like, oh, I'm sorry, did you say something? I'm like, yeah, I just need some gas. You need some fuel? Yeah, yep, that's definitely what I meant. But anyways, that's my life. What we got here? Sorry, trying to check the chat out. What's my favorite shop? Oh gosh. My LCS that I was using is in Denton. Well, definitely not my favorite shop. They don't have any back issues at all, and it sounds like they're about to close because they're downsizing. So who knows? It was not a yeah, they're not doing so hot. But I went up to Titan. Titan's Comics is good. I don't mind them at all. They have some pretty good back issues. I went to Duncanville Bookstore the other day, which was like a 2-hour drive for me, but they had dollar bin boxes, so I definitely had to check that out. You were not going to find any steals in that store. I did learn that. Like every issue that has been hot for a minute. Just for example, if you guys saw the auction last night, that Logan or what's it called? Origin #1 with the Wolverine, the Origin #1. Um, they had it for $40 on their wall. That's not. I mean, that book was $40 maybe when it came out years ago. It was spiked at some point, but I got my copy in the dollar bin, so whatever. But they had like Power Girl 27, that beautiful Warren Lau first work of Warren Lau, $125 because that's what eBay prices are, and that's what they had their prices for. Do they have back issues there, man? I'm all about the back issues. Yeah, I'm trying to find like antique stores or something. And I did find one open in Oklahoma. I'm gonna go visit because it's only 2 hours away. So I saw it on my travels when I'm traveling. I always write down things. I'm like, oh, see how close this is to your home and check it out. But yeah, there was an antique store, so they had comics, so I just didn't have a chance to stop. Yeah. See, I have to travel if I want to go to a shop at all. So it's at least an hour to hour and a half drive to any kind of comic shop for me. So, is what it is. So what about you, Pope? What do you got? What do you got to show? Anything else you want to show tonight?
Sure.
I'm pretty much done on the book front for now.
Yeah, I got some books.
Bye, Samantha. Have a great night. We heart you the most. Heart.
All right, from my Midtown, I got this Return of Wolverine #4, which is going to be the last, sadly, Wolverine new book that I buy because I'm to be honest with you, I'm not even going to read it because the story so far has been horrible. But I do like this cover. I like all the different personas of this Wolverine in the background. I picked up the Caseta Defenders cover. I think it was a really cool Namor cover.
Ooh.
And it's written by Rick Sardasky. And I picked these up because we all know Jamie Kendall is an awesome artist.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Those things are really hot right now too.
So I picked up that cover and the red foil cover. I read this just to see if it was going to be any good. And to be honest, it's very, very disappointing. So I mean, like it's almost as though like Carnage meets Lady Death or Lady Deathstrike, and that's basically like, it's. I ain't gonna ruin it if you can read it, but by far, this is the best book that I read that came out in my Midtown, and it's the Star Wars Age Republic special, and I got the variant cover, the only variant cover you should be getting of this book because Ventress is awesome. And there's like maybe I think 4 different stories in this book, but the stories in this book are really, really, really cool. So you said you have no more books to show?
Not really. No, I have tons of books I could show, but nothing pertaining to anything that I want to show, I guess.
Okay. Well, I jumped in a dollar bin and I found this Michael Turner cover.
Dude, I've never seen that. That's awesome.
I haven't either. I just saw it and I was like, man, it looks like Michael Turner. And I was like, oh, it is Michael Turner.
What's up, Take Time Collectibles? Good to see you.
I picked up all new X-Men number 17. This is the first appearance of somebody. I just grabbed it because I knew that this was this is one of those books that you implant in your head that you know that there's something special about this book, so you just buy it.
Sure.
I picked this up because I'm pretty sure I didn't have the Necrosha X series done.
That's a cool cover, though.
Yeah.
That's a good read, too. I like the X-Force run.
Oh, yeah, this is awesome stuff. Like the whole, cowl and the crane. Picked up good old Dark Wolverine number 75.
Nice. That's a sweet
I
cover.
already have a few copies of this, but, I mean, it's Dakin and he's badass, so.
Whatever happened to Dakin?
So I grabbed it. What?
Whatever happened to Dakin?
The last time I seen Dakin, he was in the X-23. He made a reappearance in Iceman comic book, and then the last time I seen him, he was in X-23, helping Laura and Honey Badger.
Honey Badger, what a name!
And ironically, I think I saw this book on Bad Avengers channel. And
is that Rob Liefeld's work?
Yes, it is. You're like, boom! I know who did that. But this is the first appearance of Dove, the woman Dove. So thank you, Bad Avenger, because as soon as you said that, I saw it in a dollar bin and grabbed it.
First appearance of Ray's Darkhorn.
Oh, that's right. Thank you.
All new X-Men.
Yeah.
Roman Curtis says, wait a minute, Pope Grimy is a Red Wings fan? What the hell?
Who said that shit?
Roman Curtis.
Is he not a Red Wing fan?
I think he's surprised that you are. He doesn't know that hockey is deep-seated in our psyche between the two of us. We have a lot more in common than just comic books. Music, hockey, comics, that's us in a nutshell right there. You throw in dead hookers and yachts full of cocaine, and that's probably the rest of it.
Yachts of cocaine. Oh, you can't forget about the yachts of cocaine.
We got to fit into the rest of this YouTube community with this cocaine thing. So, but anyways.
And speaking of Iceman,
Bear Island, come on, man. We got new people in the chat. We got Bear Island Comics. What's up? Sorry.
No, that's cool. Shout them out, man. It's cool to see new people.
Tough time to be a Red Wings fan, he says.
Hey, man, they're working on it, man. They're working on it. They got a lot of talent, and we're not out of the run, but I mean, they got a lot of work to do. Don't laugh. They're trying really hard.
Dude, I've been through every ups and down with my teams, so I get it. That's everything goes in cycles.
Well, I mean, I think the most heartbreaking thing is they'll come out in the first period and score 5 fucking goals, and then the second and third period they just let the other team tie the game, and then they'll go into overtime and either win it or lose it. They flip that coin. They got 1 point, but they failed to get the second point. So it's like, God damn it. But I mean, there's a lot of new raw talent with that team, and they just got to start meshing well together, and we'll figure it out.
Well, you look at the last 4 games for the Capitals, and they've given up 6 goals a game. They're ridiculous. Their defense is all of a sudden, and the goalies are like, we don't really have to show up, right? Not really. It's been rough. This last couple of weeks of hockey have been rough for my team as well. So I feel you. Try being a Mets fan. Yeah, man, I can't even imagine. Like, there's just certain like teams where you just feel bad. Like, I mean, I'm a Texas Rangers baseball fan, obviously, and 2 World Series losses, so it's like, man, sad. Carry on, carry on. This isn't a sports show, children. What are we doing here?
I'm just glad I'm drinking.
Miss Explain said that cocaine has a good smell, and then
Yeah, I was laughing.
Sunshine says it loses its scent once you smell it.
You mean you lose your senses? Not scent, senses.
Yeah, Thomas Churchill. What's that? Bad Avenger next door. Thomas Churchill across the street. Pope Service is putting together his dream neighbors.
Oh, dream neighbors. I was like, God damn! Like, how are you not at his house, like talking to him all the time?
I think he's building his perfect neighborhood, and surprise, surprise, we weren't on it. we're
at the end of the block.
We're the street.
Too much fucking noise.
We're the house at the end of the street with the tall grass that no one wants to approach.
Exactly.
Beer bottles in the yard, kids running around, destroying the neighborhood.
We're those people that when everybody's asleep, Pope C sneaks out of his house and goes down to our house to talk about.
Yeah. I'm gonna go walk the dog. Yeah. 3 days later,
yeah,
God, what happened?
I found the dog, man. Oh, we got the great legend. What's up, legend?
Whoop, whoop. Yeah, goodness. Tacoma says he's never done cocaine. That's probably good. I mean, I haven't either, but I would imagine it would be a blast. Or a short trip to death. I don't know. Oh, on a Tuesday, my bad. Blue crystal, what's that mean?
Sunshine said, if I had friends, I wouldn't be on YouTube.
I know, that's right. That is so true. TJ Watson lives on the hill above. Yeah, he does. Looking down, watching us all as his little smatterings of people.
No. That's the kind of cool. That's almost like a cool contest to ask. Like, if you had like a community, like an actual like neighborhood, like if you could have like 5 people like in your cul-de-sac, who would those people be? In the
you know how many people's feelings are going to get hurt if you do something like that? Like, we're not going to make anyone's list. We're going to be like, oh. That would be very funny.
One of them would be Seawood, just so I can hit him with that fucking chair. Every morning he wouldn't see me. I'd be hiding in the bushes and shit. Like, wow.
You guys would be like the neighbors. You two would live your life like that fucking kid from Home Alone, just doing terrible pranks to each other, like every chance you got. That's how you and Seawood would go down. Or you'd be like that movie Neighbors with Seth Rogen and Zac Efron.
Oh shit! But I do have one more book that I'm surprised. Like, I'm just and this is from the dollar bins, and you guys can find it everywhere. But it's like it's Uncanny X-Force number 34, and I guess I'm surprised like no one says anything about this. But this is the death of Dakin. Like, Wolverine ends up fucking drowning Dakin because he can't allow Dakin to keep on killing people anymore.
Oh, geez, I guess that was like foreshadowing when I asked you whatever happened to Dakin.
No, I mean, this was the later book. Obviously, Dakin like comes back, but they never really explain how he came back from that. I think he came back when I think ironically, this is like I think this is also the book that Kid Apocalypse he puts on his suit and becomes Apocalypse. and Wolverine ends up killing Dakin, and I think later on, Apocalypse makes Dakin one of the Horsemen. Look,
GPAP said his neighbors would be PewDiePie, Ethan from H3H3, iDubbbz, Memulus, and Wine. I don't know who that is. And I don't know who Naomi is either. I know nothing. I know nothing about YouTube unless it involves comic books or music. Oh, nice. GPAP's going to be on Legends auction. Sweet.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Thank you, G-Pat, for repping the Canadians in the auctions, my friend.
Will and I don't know what that means. I can't read GPAP.
I was like, what are you drinking, JP?
That's why I used Pope C one know if that was Inyuk Lee.
What did your cocaine smell like?
It smelled like Diet Coke. He wants to know, was that Inyuk Lee on the cover of X-Force? I don't think so.
No, I think it's. I'm gonna check for you.
Inyuk Lee is one of the nicest people in the world, FYI.
The cover is by Julian Tercino Tetsuko.
Sounds like a gas station.
Tedesco. It's Tedesco.
Tedesco?
Tedesco.
Kingdom Comics making an appearance. What's up, man? Good to see you.
Now I'll just go ahead and show it.
How's your room tour going? Goodbye, Dockin. No
I like
more.
that top panel, though. Sorry, kid. You're fucking dead. You might have a healing factor, but you can't breathe underwater.
See, everyone's going to be asking Keto if he got his comic room finished yet. Sad day. Get off my Dakin.
Get off my D.
Well, I want to say really quick, I want to do a quick little update here on my, I shouldn't say my, but on our 700 subscriber contest. Got the, as of right now, the entries, because this goes through the end of the month, so if you guys are planning on doing a contest, get your shit together and get it on. We got Ruben Nieves, Matilda Gothica, Pocan Joe, Tacoma Comics, Don Mosser, Comic Book Gallery. Those are the submissions that I have seen or been made aware of. Oh, and Seawood. He did one live the other day, so let me add Seawoodard 19 to that list. So there we go. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 entrants into this contest. It ends at the end of the month. Don't forget, you're going to want to. What are you laughing at? You got contest funny to you?
No, I'm laughing because Legend asked me if I still have that milk carton. Yes, I do, sir. But I swore I made a promise that I would never show that milk carton again.
Didn't say anything about t-shirts.
Shut up, JP. I got ideas, man. I got ideas.
Yeah, so the 700 contest, I got this cool giant Funko Pop to give away along with some books. So make sure you guys, if you're interested in submitting a contest entry, just make sure you put it in the comment section of the contest video that is on this channel here that you're watching now. So check it out. There's lots of contests going on, but there's no more important contest than the one that I'm talking about now. Just kidding. Self-plug, right? Yeah. What milk carton?
You know what? Once I get my comic book room finished, if a certain somebody I made a promise to is okay with it, I may hide the carton somewhere.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I would do it. I wouldn't even ask them. I'd just do it.
And if someone can spot it out, then maybe they can win a prize.
I was thinking about that whole thing that when they were talking about that, I was like, I could see it like just sitting on the shelf behind you over here.
It's gonna be like on my shoulder.
Oh gosh, it was a good time. I don't care what anyone says. We had fun with that shit. We always have fun, so there's no doubt about that. But hey, some quick plugs, I guess, before we wrap up tonight. Next Thursday, we'll
I
be
wrapped
back.
up at the start of the show, buddy.
Yeah. Steve, get down. Get down, Steve, get down. We got Monday morning, 11 a.m. Central Time. Sunshine Collects and JP will be hanging out together again, possibly. More than likely. I'll let you guys know if anything changes.
That sounds like a dangerous combo.
It's a great combo. You know what? We have a lot of fun. Then of course us.
Fun, not fun. I'm just saying it sounds dangerous.
He's a dangerous guy to roll with. That's for sure. You know, you got to be. It's one of those like, how much trouble am I willing to get into? So, turns out probably a lot more than I realized. So, yeah, so we'll be live on Monday morning, 11 Central, and we'll have our show, of course, next Thursday. And I'm trying to think if there's anything in between. Next Wednesday, I don't have anything going on. I think it was kind of a low key week next week, and we'll have an auction again in 2 weeks. So make sure you guys are hitting that like and subscribe button. Follow us on Instagram. See all the cool stuff we got going on. Make sure you guys go through the description that I put in there today and sub up StrangexBlade. Check out his haul videos. If you guys are like me, you've been jonesing for some haul videos. There's some great ones coming out right now. I know we get wrapped up in these live shows and they're all great and fun, but there's a ton of cool videos out there. StrangexBlade is one of them. Longshanks is another one. Who else? Who else does some haul videos recently?
I know GPAP did a recent video with his niece and nephew.
Yeah, GPAP's top 2018 video or whatever it was called. Sorry, I'm not good with names. It was awesome. I thought that was his kids. I was wrong. It was niece and nephew, so I was my bad. But hey, thanks for everyone who came out tonight and gave us part of your evening. So if you guys stay safe until next time, and that's really all I gotta say. You got anything you want to say?
As always, I love this comic book community. And cheers, guys.
Drink up. Have a good one. Be safe. Bye bye.